innovator. We keep showing up even though it's years later. Embedded young, taking a route that's less explored. Quit sharing everybody's way, we gotta break down the door. Is that really what I heard? Another crew fell victim, got caught up in the system. Was it something that they deserved? Probably not, but they missed it, and that's not true wisdom. You know I'm tucked away, I can't come out to play. Formulating every hour, the power connected to the watchtower. So that's the way it turns, and that's the way the clock goes. That's the way gravity stops and holds, and that's the way the earth unfolds. With all the planets and the stars above, the smaller things really don't matter to us. Say what? I didn't even hear that, I didn't even hear that, I didn't even hear that. Say what? I didn't even hear that, I didn't even hear that, I didn't even hear that. Say what? I didn't even hear that, I didn't even hear that, I didn't even hear that. Say what? I didn't even hear that, I didn't even hear that, I didn't even hear that.
You got some earwax, build up, so clean out your ears. Kick back, listen up, and smoke out your peers. Get lit, but don't forget what you came for. Didn't know what your brain can contain, mo. Knowledge if you're silent, don't slip into the violence. Dipping with my entourage, forming an alliance. Swarming towards the tyrants who ain't hearing us. We're swarmed by codes of silence, so they fearing us. Cause people always feel what they don't understand. Gotta open up your mind and just let it expand. If you don't comprehend, it doesn't matter, you'll get it when you rewind this ridiculous rhythm. They'll give us credit, cause I said it's so sick and so spontaneous. The lyrics I kick will make you just call me the craziest cat on the block when we be rocking these mics. So don't be busting my chops, man, it might just ignite. Say what? I didn't even hear that, I didn't even hear that, I didn't even hear that. Say what? I didn't even hear that, I didn't even hear that, I didn't even hear that. Say what? I didn't even hear that, I didn't even hear that, I didn't even hear that. Say what? I didn't even hear that, I didn't even hear that, I didn't even hear that.
Hey, it doesn't matter what you say, I create, so saddle up, I'll take you away. Have a break and paddle out, I'll meet you past the wave. Say what, the last days to make real raps. I heard that shit on the radio, I didn't feel that. It's playing in my ear, but yo, I didn't hear that. I lit my joint, then used my light for my beer cap. I spit my point across to kick the fair facts. Aw shit, you about to block out. I know it's hard for you to hear how the track sound. Dig deep inside your soul, come back now. In fact, the sound that captivates your mind, from a town that captures hate and lies inside. Fuck 'em, I don't trust them. Hear the motion of a custom, fearless production fluctuate. Pure lyrics to cure the deaf. Punctuate pronouns so sharp they pierce your flesh.